Hey, welcome back to the Inkbunnie. I'm Gabs, and this is January. We made it. 2025 is over. It's a whole new year. Let's see what we can get into. This is the alcove. You've seen it a couple of times before, but it's been a while since I filmed in here. We just got back from the Barnes & Noble 50% off hardcover sale, and we stopped by Half Price Books. So I have a little bit of a haul to show you, and it'll be the first haul of 2026. Yay! So let's get into it. Barnes & Noble got me. They had some really cute Shakespeare stuff, so I got some. First thing that I got, I obviously had to have, and we're gonna figure out how to fit it in the alcove. But it's this little book lover heart-shaped pillow. Like, please. Please. Like, please. Just set it right there so you can see it this whole time. Like, so excited. And then they had this super cute mug that has a heart handle. And it says the Capulet Estate Masquerade, introducing enemies to lovers. Which, if you didn't know, is my favorite romance trope. So, yeah. She's cute. Had to have her. So excited. And then the final thing that I got that wasn't books is this romance tote that looks like a pizza delivery box. Get this out your way so you can see. So yeah, we like them spicy. We love a villain delivered daily. Like, please, right up my alley. Okay, Barnes & Noble. Here are the books I got. I found 3 unowned Nancy Drew files. So 3 more to add to my collection. We're adding number 49, Portrait in Crime, which is part of the Summer of Love trilogy. This is book 2. This is case number 49. Nancy goes in search of a missing painting and uncovers a new twist in the art of murder. I love a good Nancy Drew, especially one that's got murder in it. It's always a good time. The next one I picked up is case 10, Buried Secrets. Nancy tackles a 30-year-old mystery and then explodes into front page news. And then the last one I picked up is case number 38, The Final Scene. And it says, when a handsome teen idol comes to Nancy's hometown, crime grabs the spotlight. So we have 3 more Nancy Drews to add to our collection. I picked up 2 Sweet Valley Highs. I thought they were thrillers, which I have 2 other ones, but I don't think that they are. I think they're just part of the regular Sweet Valley High ones, and these 2 just happen to be mystery-esque ones. So I picked up Stranger in the House and Murder in Paradise. So A Stranger in the House says, your little girls will never be safe again. When Ned Wakefield learns that John Marin, the man he sent to jail for murder, is out, he's gripped by fear. He'll never forget Marin's last words. I'll get you, Wakefield. Your precious little girls will never be safe again. So that sounds like a spooky time. And then the other one is called Murder in Paradise. It's 10 o'clock. Do you know where your mother is? Like, please. I'm so excited. So that's what I got from Half Price Books. And we only spent $7. So that's pretty good. Here's what I picked up from Barnes & Noble. Murder at the Black Cat Cafe by Seishi Yokomizo, which is the next release in the Pushkin Vertigo translated series. The Pink Labyrinth is one of the bomb-scarred city's shadiest neighborhoods. There, in the dead of night, a patrolling policeman catches a young Buddhist monk digging in the backyard of the Black Cat Cafe, a notorious brothel. In the shallow grave at his feet lay the dead body of a woman, her face disfigured beyond recognition, and the corpse of a black cat. Who is the murdered woman, and how was she connected to the infamous establishment? And where did the dead cat come from, given that the cafe's feline mascot seems to be alive and well? The brilliant sleuth Kosuke Kindaichi investigates, but as he draws closer to the truth, he finds himself in grave danger. Obviously. And then the sale was for hardcovers, so I tried real hard to only get hardcovers. The first one I picked up was The Macabre by Kosoko Jackson. Yeah. Oh my god. Okay, so it's got red. It's pretty. It's got like the inside. Oh my god. So that's the inside of the dust jacket. I don't know if you can see that. I'll do B-roll later. Yeah, so this is the jacket, the inside of it. Yeah, I'm very excited. I believe that this is his first adult horror. Yeah, this is his first adult fantasy horror. A picture is worth 1,000 nightmares. A struggling painter, Louis Dixon, is shocked when the British Museum shows an unusual interest in his art. While he's always felt there's something powerful about what he puts on canvas, he also felt there was something disturbing just under the surface, especially as he was compelled to make a painting of a painting, one that he has a connection to. The subject of his art is one of the 10 paintings his ancestor had created more than 100 years ago, only his version is surreal, maybe just a touch horrific. Sounds good to me. I don't want to know anything else. That sounds like an absolute blast. And then that's the inside. I wonder if there's something on the other side. Yeah. Those are pretty. I'm so excited. Oh my goodness. Okay. The next thing I got was The House of Fear by Marissa Meyer. And the bottom says, the ghost of Bluebeard, a handsome count, and a con artist in over her head. I thought this was adult, but I guess this is YA, because it was in the YA section. The back says his evil spirit lingers and is hungry to kill again. Some claimed that to this day, LeBlue's sinister laughter can be heard echoing through the halls of the mansion, and every year on the anniversary of his death, the fountain where he was killed runs red with blood. So, I'm excited about that. Oh, this boy is chunky. Oh, okay. I flipped to the back and it had a chapter that was annotated, and I was like, who the fuck just wrote my brand new book? But it was the author. It's like an add-on. Leave it to me. Up Something Wicked by Fallon Ballard, which I have been drooling over this cover for like months, and now it was finally out, so I got it. Plus I got the pretty edition. It's got like vines and daggers and skulls on the side. It's so pretty. I'm so excited. Fallon Ballard left no prisoners with Something Wicked. Dark, dramatic, and oh so sexy, this book oozed with delicious tension. I couldn't get enough. Ooh, I'm excited. The uprising has overthrown Avon's monarchical rulers, and a decree has been issued. Candidates for the first presidential election will be selected by the completion of a special task, killing the former monarch of their home province. Callum, the son of the recently dethroned king, is determined to be in the running, but coming to terms with patricide will require the help of Lady Catherine, a gifted courtesan at La Puissance, Avon's premier sex club. That's it. I don't want to know nothing else. That's right up my alley. I'm here for that. And then the last thing that I bought was A Mastery of Monsters by LaSalle Sambury, and this is a dark academia. Yeah, I'm here for it. When August Brothers When August's brother disappears before his sophomore semester, everyone thinks that the stress of college got to him, but August knows that Jules would never have left her voluntarily, especially not after their mother so recently went missing. Okay, so let me get this straight. You got a mama that went missing, and now her brother goes missing, and nobody's suspicious but her? Come on now. Come on now. The only clue that he left behind was a note telling her to stay safe and protect the remaining family. And after August is attacked by a 10-foot-tall creature with fur and claws, she realizes that her brother might be in more danger than she could have imagined. Oh, that's all I want to know. That's all I want to know. I don't want to know anything else. That's right up my alley. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. So, this is the first book haul of the year. So since this is the first time I'm talking to you in 2026, let's kind of go over how things are going to work this year. I decided that I'm probably not going to have a book goal. If you noticed on my social media, it's still blank. I've been trying to decide whether or not I really want one or if I don't, and I'm leaning on don't. I think I'm just going to read this year. I'm going to explore new genres, new writers, new illustrators. I want to read new works. I don't want to be bogged down. I do want there to be some kind of get-to goal, though. So I thought it would be really fun, instead of doing hopefuls or TBRs, to make a list of buzzwords and then put those buzzwords on a wheel, and then every month spin the wheel, and that is the topic of books I'll read in that month. And I would like 2 of those to at least be books that I own, so I can continue to work down my physical TBR, seeing as I just added 10 books to 10. I was out of the house for an hour and a half, and I added 10 books to my physical TBR. Yep, that's what I did. That's what I did. So that's the plan, Stan. That's the plan, Stan. You'll probably see me in a little bit with the first word for January, since we're at the 3rd. But yeah, we are all caught up. The vlog for December will be out soon, and I can't wait to see what 2026 holds in terms of reading and fun and experiences. I want this year to be magnificent. I want to worry less. I want to try more. I want to experience more. I want to... Did I say worry less? If I didn't, I want to worry less. That's my main thing. I just want to be in the moment for 2026. So, we'll see what we get into. But, yeah. So, thank you so much for watching. I'm Gabs. This is the Inkbunnie. And I'll see you next time. Sleuth out. Can I come say hi? Oh. No, it's okay. It's okay. You don't gotta be scared of me. Oh. Hey, welcome back to my channel. I'm Gabs. This is the Inkbunnie, and this is the first introduction to all of the clips that I've made for the month of January so far. It's a brand new year. It's 2026. I have figured out what my goals are. I have figured out what I want to do. I figured out how I'm going to start reading this year. So let's kind of get into it. This is the first video, and I want to tell you literally everything. Okay, so the first thing I want to do is go over the book journal. I'm gonna do like a flip through and everything, but the main thing that I want to do is talk about the books that I finished. I'm on book 4 for the year, and I want to talk about my goals. So for 2026, I want to read 20 owned books. I want to grow my YouTube. I want to start a book club, and I want to make more book-related content. I want to solely focus on book-related content. So like small tutorials, more recommendation lists, things like that. And then as far as the books that I've read this year, the first book that I finished this year, I'm very proud of myself, was an ARC that comes out on the 20th. So I am still early. And it's called Fruit of the Flesh by Ivy Ophelia. I gave it 3.5 carats. I liked the story and I liked the characters. I just felt like there wasn't a lot going on, and then when stuff was going on, I'd be like, okay, tell me more about that. And then it would be like, on to the next scene, and I'm like, what about that? It's not like things were unexplained. It was just kind of like glossed over. I didn't see anything that occurred that was like meant to move the plot along. Everything outside of the couple just seemed inconsequential. I liked it. Book 2 that I finished was Zatanna Bring Down the House by Mariko Tamaki. I liked this one too, but it's more of like a Zatanna origin story. I've been a big Zatanna fan ever since I was a little girl, so I know her origin story. This one's okay, but it was the people that they chose to be villains and the people that they chose to be heroes and the characters that they introduced were new and fresh, and I hadn't seen it done before. One of the things I did like was the art style and the colors. They were so bright and vibrant. I read it on my Kobo. It was a good time. I gave that one 4 carats. And then the next book that I read was The Great British Bump Off. It's spin-off, Kill or Be Quilt. I love a good pun. I love clever wordplay. Like, that's my thing, okay? So whenever I come across a kid's book, a graphic novel, a novel, whatever, that has wordplay in it, chef's kiss. Chef's kiss. It was so funny. So if you've read The Great British Bump Off, this follows that character, Shauna. She is super excited because she's borrowed her uncle's boat for a canal vacation. And she's just going to live in the boat, float down the canal, and enjoy life for the summer. When she gets distracted by this cute boy and doesn't tie the boat up properly. And not tying up the boat properly, it careens into the canal wall. And then a lot of damage is done. So now instead of relaxing on her vacation, she has to figure out a way to pay for the damages. In comes Clutch, the boy. He tells her that his mom is hiring, and his mom works at a quilt shop. So they hit it off. They hire her. She starts making money. Next thing you know, the mom's electric vehicle goes kaboom. And she's adamant that the shop owner that she is a rival of, set it on fire. So now Shauna has to go undercover at that shop to see if it's true or not, essentially. It's very, very fun. I gave it 5 carats. I freaking love pretty much anything John Allison writes. Like, this is probably the 7th or 8th thing from them that I've read and loved. So I'm very excited. Is Squirrel Lock Holmes by Ashley Bellet. I think it's Billette, but I'm not sure. Bellet or Billette. I gave it 4.5 carats. It is super cute. Squirrel Holmes is a squirrel solving mysteries with her crime-solving companion, Mole Watson. And Mole Watson is a mole. They're all, like, forestry animals. It is so cute. They in this one, the Pet Rock Mystery, are tasked with helping Reggie the rabbit find his missing pet rock, Dwayne. Colorful, vibrant, and educational, it has a lot of information about geologists, different rock types, how to tell the differences between rocks. It was very, very, very educational and cute for like only 80 pages. Love it. I think it's like a step up novel, so probably like first, second, third grade readers. Very, very cute. So, now we're caught up on the books that I finished. We can catch up on the books that I'm reading. But before we do that, I also want to tell you that this year I have decided to make a little shorts segment. And the little shorts segment is for the little ones because I read a lot of children's books, middle grade. I want to take those reviews, take those recommendations, put them into shorts format for like YouTube Kids. And it's going to be called Bunny's Corner. I know. I'm going to have it separated because a lot of my, like, full reviews are very adult, and I don't want those to, like, mesh. But I want to make Bunny's Corner, like, specifically for children that might be looking for books to read, or parents who will be on, like, kids' YouTube looking for books to read. I just think that's so freaking cute. So, I'm going to put that in there. So, if you see a very clean version of Inkbunnie, you know why. Okay, so now we can talk about the books that I'm reading. I've actually gotten approved for several arcs so far, all the way out to July, which is kind of crazy because I pretty much gave up on arcs last year. I think the last arc I read last year was like October. Okay, I read an arc in October. I read Agent Cupcake and Artificial. But I got so many arcs last year that I got pretty much overwhelmed and I didn't really complete a lot of them. That didn't seem to stop nobody though, because 2026 is here and baby, we got some arcs. So let's go over them. I was on Threads this morning and one of my favorite accounts to follow, Day Elizabeth, Words by Day, she posted that her dark academia theater fantasy romance revenge story that I have been like following and devouring every little like morsel of information about since she started writing it is available on NetGalley to read as an arc. And I'm like, please, NetGalley, please don't let me down. Please don't let me down. I need this. It's called She Haunts Me Still. I'm going to put it up here. I need it. And if you follow me on Instagram, you'll see that I actually posted about it already. So, you're in the know. Anyway, arcs. Don't get used to this journal cover because I ordered a completely personalized one. And it's on its way soon. I'm so excited. Okay, so for 2026 arcs, I have Oxford Blood by Rachel Davis Featherstone. Put it here. I'm currently reading this. It's 320 pages and I am 40% in. It was released on the 13th of January, but I didn't get it until like the 9th or something. So I'm a little bit behind, but that means that I can post about it and read it with other people because it's already been released. So that's cool. And then there was Fruit of the Flesh, which we finished, gave it 3.5. I got Godzilla Legends Mothra, which is a graphic novel by Sophie Campbell. That comes out on the 27th. And then I have like 5 books for February, 5 books for March, but I finished one of them last night. I've got 4 books for April, but I've already finished one. I have 1 book in May, 2 books in June, and 5 books in July. So, and I'm about to go request She Haunts Me Still, so I guess we'll have a few. Another big thing that we're changing this year is how I'm reading. So I used to be big on like hopefuls and TBRs, but I have decided, sorry, the house is really cold. Bear with me. I know this is not part of the normal aesthetic, but if you didn't know that I was a big Pokemon fan, I don't know how you didn't know, you know? Anyway, what were we talking about? I got sidetracked. So we were talking about hopefuls and TBRs. I'm not doing those anymore. This year, we're gonna do something called Buzzword Wheel. Essentially, I've taken a list of mini tropes, topics that I enjoy reading about, put them into a wheel, and every month we're gonna spin the wheel. The wheel is gonna give us a topic, and then I am gonna choose books, mood reading wise, that I want to read within that month that have to do with that topic. I've also straightened up my room a bit, organized my books, and I've made 2 shelves that are full of books that I would like to get to this year. I just picked them out of the lineups, was like, yeah, I think I want to read that, put it on the shelf. And then I'll pick one up, start it, hopefully finish it. But no, I want no rigidity in this year. The only thing that I want to be is constant. But I want no rigidity. I want a year of relaxation. I want a year of selffulness. I want a year of reading what I want to read, and I want a year of telling you about it. That's what 2026 is about to be for me. And, fighting fascist regimes. That hasn't gone anywhere. I didn't pull a word for January because I was using January to make sure I got all of the words, making myself a pretty comprehensive list. I also went through my entire physical library and put it into Notion as a database. So when I'm out and about and I'm like, have I read this book? Did I buy this book? Did I like this book? Have I been looking for this book? It's in my database and I don't have to accidentally buy the same book because it has a different cover. Yeah. They've got me once or twice, but never again. Okay, so now I think we can talk about the books that I'm currently reading right now. Okay, so I am currently reading Oxford Blood by Rachel Davis Featherstone, and I am 40% in, and according to my Kobo, I only have 2 hours left. So, cool. Probably will finish that today. I'm also reading another arc, but a lot of my graphic novel arcs I have to read through the NetGalley app. So I'm currently working on Investigators, Agents of Suit, So Much Trouble. I got approved for both of the new Investigator novels. The Investigators main series, which is Whether or Not, that's number 9. And then the Agents of Suit series, So Much Trouble, which is number 4. I just feel so much pride at being chosen for these arcs, y'all. Like, I absolutely love Investigators and wished that it was around when I was a child to read it. And I absolutely highly recommend it. Highly recommend it. This is definitely one of those like shining example series that I would recommend on Bunny's Corner. It's so good. This one we learn more about Sven Septipus. He is like the Q of Suit, and he designs all of their like gear, their vests. It's very, very fun. I am 185 pages into that, so almost done. About 17 chapters in. And then I'm trying to see if I was reading anything else. No, because I just finished The Great British Bump Off. Yeah. So I've been like going back and forth on graphic novels, and then the 2 arcs. And then I finished Zatanna Bringing Down the House. So I decided to start Zatanna by Paul Dini. I don't know if you can see that cover because it's so dark, but I'm reading that. And that's pretty much it. I've been trying not to overload myself, but as soon as I get bored or start to slow down, I want to move on to another book. I want to, you know what I mean? I don't want to get into any reading slumps. I'm just like, oh, I'm not feeling this right now. Softy enough. I'll come back to it. On to the next. The reading goal for 2026 is 30 books. It's much lower than the reading goals for the last ones, but I've realized that I am like looking for short, snappy books to try and fill that goal instead of reading things that I'm thoroughly enjoying or taking my time choosing books that I know I will enjoy. So, yeah, that's a thing. I feel like there was something else that I wanted to tell you, but for the life of me, I cannot remember. So, welcome to January. I'm Gabs. This is the Inkbunnie, and I will see you next time. Sleuth out. Okay, also, I realized that I forgot to tell you guys that I have joined Idlewise. I think that's how you pronounce it. But essentially, I was on NetGalley, I requested body count, and it told me that I was not approved. And then there was a note, and it told me that if I wanted to read a body count as an arc, I needed to request it on Idlewise. So I went to look that up, and it's essentially another arc platform. So I signed up, filled out my application, and applied for body count. It's been almost 2 weeks and I haven't heard anything. So, it could be that it won't come out until it's closer to release date. But I did wind up getting 2 new Pushkin Vertigos. I got She Walks at Night by Seishi Yokomizo, and I got Murder in the Crooked House by Shoji Shimada. And I have both of those on my Kobo now to read. So those have been added to my ARC list. So yeah, just wanted to pop in and tell you about that. Okay, bye.